There was never a doubt who would receive the first annual Lifetime Achievement Award in action cinema. He's been an action film hero for multiple generations around the world. His accomplishments are too many to list. Just in his adult life, all he's done is he's served his country with honor. He became the greatest martial artist in the world, and he became an international superstar. He is a self-made man. He is a family man. He is a man of impeccable integrity. He is the one and only Chuck Norris. Come on up here.
How my career started was in 1968. I was fighting for the world title in New York City. And Bruce Lee was there as a special guest. And he was doing a series called The Green Hornet. And anyway, he was there for the World Championship. And after I won the title, the promoter introduced me to Bruce. And Bruce and I were talking. He says, you know, I've been doing a TV series, but I'm getting ready to fight choreograph a movie called The Wrecking Crew with Dean Martin. Would you like to play a part in the movie? I go, yeah, I'd like to do that. So anyway, we get back to Los Angeles, they send me a script, and I have one line in the movie. And the story is, Dean Martin walks into this club, and I'm playing a bad guy, and I stand up in front of Dean Martin, I say, may I, Mr. Helm? Meaning I want his gun. So he hands me his gun, does some scenes with the other stars, and then he and I get into a fight. We do a fight scene. And so I'm reading this, I said, so may I, Mr. Helm? So for 2 weeks I'm trying to study this line. How should I say it? Maybe a strong, you know. So I'm rehearsing this line for 2 weeks. This is 1968, I still could remember it. Dean Martin walks in, and as he's walking toward me, I can feel my throat constrict. And as he walks up to me, I stand up, I go, may I, Mr. Helm? I could barely get it out, but of course no one could care. He hands me his gun, does his thing, and then he comes back and we start the fight scene. And in the fight scene, I'm going to throw a spinning heel kick over his head. So I said, Dean, how low are you going to drop, you know, so I can know where to throw my heel kick? And so he drops down. He drops real low. I said, okay. So I've got it judged. We start our fight scene. I throw the spinning heel kick, and he drops about this far. I hit him in the shoulder. He goes flying across the room. Director's having a heart attack, and I'm going, are you okay? Are you okay? He said, yeah, I'm all right. So now I'm going to do the fight scene again. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm going over his head no matter whether he drops or not. Foot's going over his head. So we do the fight scene again. I throw my kick up here. He drops all the way down the floor. So there's a gap about this far. But that was my first movie, and that's how I got my SAG card. And but really, you know, teaching the martial arts and my fighting was my life. And then in 1972, anyway, Bruce Lee and I trained for a few years together in Los Angeles, and he left for Hong Kong to pursue a movie career. And I didn't hear from him for a couple of years. And then he, out of the blue, he calls me. He says, Chuck, I've done 2 movies in Hong Kong, and they're really successful. He said, I want to do now a movie with a fight scene everyone will remember, and I want to do it in the Colosseum in Rome. And I want you to be my opponent. So kiddingly, I say, well, Bruce, who wins? He says, I win. I'm the star of this movie. I said, oh, I see, because I still held the world title at that time. You want to beat up the world champion, huh? He says, no, I want to kill the world champion. You know, but actually my first major film was in 1978, a movie called Good Guys Wear Black. That was my first really major film. And when I was going to do that film, my brother Aaron was teaching the martial arts in Virginia Beach, Virginia. And I realized I needed someone to help me out with my fight scenes. So I called Aaron. I said, Aaron, can you come out and help me with this movie? So he said, yeah, I'll be glad to. So he came out, and Aaron wound up being the fight choreographer in this film. Then we did, the next film I did was Force of One. And Aaron did such a great job on Good Guys Wear Black, he wound up becoming not only the fight choreographer on Force of One, you know, where I play a professional fighter, but he's also the stunt coordinator. And that movie was really highly successful for me. And then, you know, then it was The Octagon, the first ninja movie ever be done. And that was probably my biggest fight movie I've ever done. But anyway, Aaron has been with me all the time. And then I'm doing a movie called Braddock, Missing in Action 3. And I had a director, and Aaron didn't do this film. He was doing another film, and he couldn't come with me on this one. And so anyway, I'm doing this film, and this director was doing a terrible job. And I'm thinking, you know, I'm watching the dailies, and I realized how bad this film is going to be with this director. So I called the producers in LA, and I said, look, this director's just not doing it. I need another director. And they said, well, who are we going to get? You know, who are we going to get? I said, well, get my brother Aaron. He helped me write the screenplay. And so I said, he knows the movie, so bring him out. Reluctantly, they did. Well, Aaron came to the Philippines and started this movie over, and became one of my most successful movies I've ever done. It's one of my favorites. It's called Braddock, Missing in Action 3. And then I got offered, we did several more movies together, but then I got offered to do this TV series, Walker, Texas Ranger. And the first year, you know, I had a lot of problems with this series because my executive producer just wasn't getting the job done. So after the first year, we let him go. They brought another executive producer in. And the second year was the same thing. It just wasn't clicking. The show wasn't clicking. And finally, at the end of the second year, I said, look, I need somebody that can help me out here. So I called CBS. I said, look, I want my brother. I said, he has saved me so many times in these past years. I want him to be my co-executive producer. So anyway, Aaron came on the show, got a new stream of writers, changed things around. We were in the 40s. Our ratings were in the 40s. When Aaron came on, we became a top 10 show. So I have to say, without Aaron, I would not have been blessed with the success I have achieved in the acting field.
Use that.
So tonight, I want to humbly and respectfully decline this Lifetime Award. Because I want to present it to someone who I believe deserves it more than me. And I want to present this Lifetime Achievement Award to my brother, Aaron Norris.